All right. Well, everybody, this is Michael Minch, the National Account Manager at Legacy Shield for WFG. I'm happy to have all of you here. A couple notes I just wanted to go over at the start of this webinar. One, I hope everyone's doing well. I know these are some difficult times, right? Everybody kind of got taken by surprise by the coronavirus and the impact that it's had to our daily lives and our families. But the good news is we're all continuing to move forward, continue helping people, and continue building business. So I just want to reassure you guys that Legacy Shield as a company, we're still completely operational. Our system is built on a cloud platform, which allows us to be able to maintain our full operational capacity during this time. Everyone on the team is working remotely, so we're being cautious, making sure that everybody's staying safe, but still providing you same level of service that you're used to. Another great thing about our solution being that cloud-based platform is that you can use it whether it's face-to-face or virtually. I know a lot of people right now are doing more virtual meetings, a lot of Zoom meetings happening right now, Zoom BPMs. I see it happening on Facebook. Great way to keep the momentum in business up, but also make sure that you're being safe for you and your family as well. Right now, I think the key for everybody is just keeping the momentum up, right? It's important to stay in front of your clients. You need to stay relevant with them. You need to keep them up to date on current information, on the solutions that you offer, market information, and also just making sure that they have everything they need. As part of that, we're going to talk today about how you can leverage the Legacy Shield platform, campaign manager platform, so you can stay in front of your clients, you can stay in front of more people, and then additionally how that can generate some prospects that you can start following up with now, both virtually, but you can also continue. 1 second, guys, apologize. Somebody said the sound's cutting out. If somebody else can confirm if the sound's cutting out for them as well. Okay, so sounds good for somebody else. Okay, so we'll continue. So great, thank you everybody for confirming. So we're going to continue. So not just staying in front of your clients in a very virtual way using the technology tools you have, but also starting to create more prospects that you can follow up with now, but also have more people to follow up as business starts to return to normal. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen here. You guys should be looking at the Legacy Shield Protect More Family site. Before I jump into the campaign manager, I just want to highlight here that you do need to be licensed. I had some people emailing me that were going to be attending the webinar today, and they were asking about if this is for unlicensed agents. I do just want to reiterate, we are part of the WFG platform. You do have to be licensed to use the solution. If you visit the website protectmorefamilies.com, you'll find a video that easily shows you in 30 seconds how to get signed up with Legacy Shield. So that's that registration process. You can think of it like an appointment process. It's so that you can get Legacy Shield to use for yourself and your family. You could also offer it as a business solution. You know, one of the things that I was thinking about earlier today is as I'm working remotely, I have a little bit more time on my hands to do some other stuff, right? I'm sitting in front of my computer a little bit more. I have some time. And so for you guys, this is a good time to not only make sure that you're actually signed up for your own plan, right? Take some advantage of this time that you have where you're doing a little bit more remote work, make sure your plan's signed up and completed. But also this is a really good time to circle back to your current clients who maybe have paid and not have completed or haven't even looked at this, because now they're probably sitting at home, they're in front of their computers, they have more time to sit down and do these documents. And this is an easy appointment to conduct over a Zoom as well. So let me jump over to the campaign manager platform. So once you've registered, you have all the access you need at that point. Now's the time to start leveraging your technology platform and the tools you have. The biggest tool there is Campaign Manager. For those of you who already use it, you're ahead of the game. For those that haven't used it yet, for those who haven't used it yet, you should start taking advantage of this now. It's a great solution. There's a lot of functionality in here. I'm only going to review a subset of it. But if you want to set up a time with Campaign Manager, I'll post in the chat a link that you can schedule one-on-one meeting times with Outstan, who runs Campaign Manager. They can help you do as complex of things as you want in here and help you do a lot of unique things. But I want to highlight some of the basics as they relate to Legacy Shield and how you can start using them today. So one of the first things all of you guys should do is you should be going to your Legacy Shield little tab here. You probably have multiples. You probably have a Transamerica, a World System Builder. You might have a different team one, Nationwide, Pack Life, different things like that. Just click the Legacy Shield one and you're going to be presented with 3 options here: Kits, Library, and Web Page. And the web page is the first thing I want to highlight because it's the perfect. It's the way that you're going to be able to start to market this virtually, right? So everybody's focused on the virtual right now, connecting with people on Facebook, connecting through text messaging, connecting through Zoom. The website is the easiest way to start the conversation with people about this solution and about what it does for their family. So when you go to the webpage section, really simple. All you have to do is type in some variation of your name here. So you see I did M for Michael and then my last name. If your name's John Smith, J Smith or John Smith might be taken, right? So you might have to do a little bit more creativity, but just type something in here and then hit save. And once you hit save, you'll see your status change to your web page is published and live. If you don't see published and live after you hit save, just go ahead and hit the refresh button at the top of your browser, and then you should see published and live. You'll click view website, and everyone's going to have this very similar website. And this website is going to be an easy way. I seen somebody post in text or in the chat here, if you can text this. Yes, you can text this. Actually, if you text this web address on an iPhone platform, it comes up with your headshot in the text message with your name and Legacy Shield underneath it. It looks really great. Same thing with Facebook. If you go to Facebook and you post your website link on Facebook, it's going to come up with your headshot. It's going to say your name and Legacy Shield and says, everyone has a legacy. Are you planning yours? And so this is a great tool to start leveraging right now as people move to digital means to continue business growth, stay in front of current clients, and get in front of new clients. You'll see it has your picture, your name, phone number, link to your email. If any of this information is incorrect, that's when you're going to want to schedule that one-on-one time with Campaign Manager so they can help you update it. But right here at the top of the page, you're going to see a video, really great video, just shy of 3 minutes, that highlights everything we do. One of the things that I love about this video is it doesn't just cover the estate planning documents. It talks about them, of course, but it also talks about having a plan for your family and having that plan easily accessible. Having a team of people who are going to be there for you when you're gone to make sure that everything's carried out and planned out the way that you want. So this video, while it does highlight Legacy Shield and everything that we do, it also puts somebody in the right frame of mind to start making some plans and some decisions for what should happen when they're gone. After they watch the video, or even if they know they just want to get started, they can click Create Your Estate Plan, and they can easily sign up and pay right here. Going back to the question, if you can text this, you can. It's mobile friendly. This will just crop to the mobile device they're on, and they can easily sign up and pay right here all by themselves. So they're going to put in their information, they're going to put in a card, and they're going to pay this $99.95, and it's immediately going to put them right into the platform so that they can start doing their estate planning documents, building their team, storing their important information. Now, I know this question comes up a lot. People ask, well, what about the trust? My client wants to do a living trust. We make it really simple for both you and the client. Everybody starts with our basic plan. It's basic because it's the basic needs. Everyone should have power of attorneys, making sure someone they love and trust can make decisions for them. If you're a parent, you should have a will indicating who should be raising your children if you weren't there to do it. And once you're inside the system, we'll recommend the trust upgrade for the people who need it, or for the people who want it, they can purchase it within there. Credit still goes to the agent. You'll know when they upgrade, but this makes it very simple for somebody to get started today. Back to the website, there is tons of great information on here. I think one of the biggest statistics on here that everyone should just be thinking about right now is this one right here. 64% of American families with children don't have a will. Based on that statistic, you should be thinking about your current client list right now. There's a lot of people who you already have a relationship with who could benefit from doing this. They probably have a little bit more time to sit down and actually get the documents done. And it's probably very top of mind right now as their children are out of school, at home, and they're thinking about their plans for their family. Again, there's a lot of great information on here, but right there at the top, watch the video, create your estate plan. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the campaign manager because the website is just one method of digital outreach. I think it's the best because of the flexibility and how you can post it in social media and text message it. But within your library, you have more targeted assets. And what I mean by that is email messages, social media posts, different videos. So something like an email message, these email messages are already written for you. If I click on this, every home has one. I actually tend to really like this one because I can relate to this. Chances are you have a special drawer somewhere in your house, the junk drawer. I have that drawer, right? I check the mail, I'm flipping through things. Some of the stuff I say, that's trash. Other stuff, I'm not sure that I want to throw it away. It's kind of important. I put it in that drawer, right? And so I think everybody in their house has some place where we just kind of stashed important documents and different mail, and it's there, but it's kind of back of mind, right? And a better place to store all that information would be in the digital vault where they can have access to it, but also make sure people get it if they needed it. But again, the benefit here for you guys is that all the work's already done. The email's written, your picture, information, contact information is all already pulling to it. It already has links to additional information if they want to read. It has links to your website. Again, why it's important to have the website set up, because all these emails will direct people back to your website. And the way to think about that website is that's your online store. In the space that we're at right now, where everybody's operating digitally, people are using Instacart and other methods of ordering groceries so that they don't have to leave their home. This is your way to offer solutions in someone's home. It's your online store. I text you my website, you can buy it and sign up right on the website. We don't have to meet in person. We can even set up a Zoom and I can help you get started. These emails are really simple. You just need to, let me share the different screen here. You just need to click on the email and you're going to upload a contact list. So if you already have people, you can add them. Or if you already have a list of people inside your campaign manager, I can easily just check those people. And then I hit send, and now I have this message that is very tailored towards my client base. It's already pre-populated for me, working for me. Let me go back to the other screen. So there's a bunch of these email messages. They're all really good, right? Some of these email messages are designed for your team. So if you have people on your team that you know they haven't got started, this is a good time to hold each other accountable. One of the things that I've always loved about WFG since I first started working with them is the family type of bond that agents have with each other. When I see pictures of Hawaii last month, it looked like a giant family vacation. And so one of the things I encourage all of you to do is hold each other accountable. If you know you have people on your team that are licensed and they haven't sat down and created their own plan, tell them to do their plan, right? Make sure that everyone in your office, everyone in your team is properly protected, especially when they have that free access. Now, again, we talked about social media. Social media is a big one right now. I've seen more posts on Facebook than I have in the last 3 months. There's social media posts right here for you, right? So eggs in one basket's a really good one. Going back to that statistic that I talked about earlier, right here, 64% of Americans have not made a last will and testament. This is already created. It's home office compliance approved. You don't have to look for the infographic. You don't have to reference the data source. It's all done for you. You can just simply post this to your social media accounts and post your website link and get in front of people with this. The videos down here, you see we have a video targeted for people on your team. This is the video that's located on your website. This video is a little longer. It's from Mother's Day last year, but it's one of my favorites because one of the things about our digital platform that a lot of people don't take advantage of, and I think more should, is storing the more emotionally important things to us. One of the things that I have stored in my vault is I have a handful of messages. They're 5-minute videos recorded and saved to be delivered to my daughter. For most of us, we don't know when something would happen to us. And that's my way of giving my daughter a last message, some closure, final advice for life, right? And we could do that for anybody in your family, any of your friends. There's a lot of things that are important to us other than our life insurance, our estate planning, and our retirement, which is a 3 that you always hear me talking about putting in the vault, that people could start thinking about why they're spending some more time at home, right? Family photo albums, pictures from vacations. Maybe it's a good time to just pick up my phone, record a short video, and put it in my vault. Have that closure for people in my life. The downloads and files, this is our brochure section. There's already 8 brochures that are compliance approved you could be using right now. So if you want to just tag one of these brochures into an email and send it to everybody, you could do that, right? I know some agents, you guys have an Excel file with all your clients' information in there. Maybe it's easier that you just send them an email using the brochure. You could do that too. This basic brochure right here is the best one as far as just getting people introductory information and getting started. It highlights everything they get and that price point. Excuse me. And then finally, there's just some images and graphics down here. You could use these in however you see fit. The last thing I want to highlight is that while this is more of a piecemeal solution, there's social media posts, there's email messages, and it's kind of up to you to figure out what you like, what works, and what fits together. The Outstand team has actually already created a full campaign for you to start using. Now, we did a webinar about this about a month ago. We had great attendance, over 1,500 people registering for that webinar. Agents already started using it, but I think now is more of an important tool. This is more of an important tool that you should be leveraging because you're probably not in the field as much, and this can help keep that momentum up. So if you go to this campaign, you'll see this campaign is a 2-month campaign. That sounds like a long time, but I can tell you personally, I just heard last night, my daughter's school has been postponed to at least the middle of April. I'm looking at least a month of my daughter being home from school. So while 2 months sounds like a long time, it's not really that long when we think about all the stuff that's going on right now. We will return to normalcy, and at some point you will be back in the field and you'll be meeting with people in person, sitting at that kitchen table, doing home BPMs again, kneecap to kneecap, as people say, but it might not be within the next 1 to 2 months, right? Just because we all need to be safe. And so this is something that can actually build momentum in business and keep your momentum high in that next 1 to 2 month period. And so all the emails have already been tailored. They fit with each other. You're going to start the campaign by uploading a set of contacts. That first email you'll see will be delivered immediately. And then there's intervals assigned to carry you out to that 2-month mark. So the very first email here, time to think beyond your future. What did we talk about before? 64% of Americans don't have a will. Number one reason, procrastination, right? Many people say, oh, I work, I come home late, I don't have time to sit down and do it. Me and my wife work different schedules, so it might be difficult for us to sit down and do it together, right? Well, now might be the best time. There might be enough time that they should sit down and do this. So again, I would recommend using this campaign. Sit down. Everybody's probably working virtually right now. Start uploading your contacts to the campaign manager solution, right? In here, you can upload your contacts and then start using your campaigns, right? So again, there's the Legacy Shield campaign. You can do it from your home. You can upload contacts in here, and then you can go down to campaigns, and you'll see the Legacy Shield client campaign right here, that 2-month campaign. You can start to enroll people. Now, I'll also highlight one last tool here, because I think that this is an important one. When I talked earlier about being able to do this face-to-face or even virtually, one of the reasons why this can easily be done virtually is because there's no underwriting process here. This isn't like insurance where there might need to be, blood, or there might need to be urine, or you have to wait for somebody to call. This is a simple process. I text somebody my email address, I text somebody my website address. They click the website, they sign up, they pay, they're dropped right into their account, and they can immediately start to get to work. I can immediately set up a Zoom call with them, have them share their screen, and I can start helping them getting items set up within their account. Now, one of the things that I always talk to agents about, and if you've heard me train in your office or virtually before, you know that I'll say, when you click Manage My Estate Plan, that's what takes you to document creation. Document creation is simple and straightforward. It's step-by-step, it's easy to do. If I'm thinking about how I want to spend my virtual meeting time with my clients, I wouldn't say that the best value of time is spent down here. Most people file their taxes on H&R Block, never have a problem. They could easily use this solution to do their estate planning documents. Where you add a lot of value to your client's life and to your business is helping them build their team. And this is something that we can easily do in a virtual meeting. So I can schedule a Zoom meeting with a client, share their screen, have them log into their account, and ask them to go to their legacy team. And this might even be true for some people who have purchased the product in the past and haven't done this yet. It might even be good to follow up with them and do this with them. You'll see right here the warning that you have to have at least one notifier and 2 authenticators. And so I can easily sit down with a client and I can say, John, if something happened to you, who in your life would be the first 1 to 2 people that would know about it? Go ahead and click open, and let's add those people to your account. Click new notifier, and let's put in their information, right? So I can easily do this with them over a Zoom meeting. And then my follow-up question I normally do, and I use the same language every time, is I first ask, John, if something happened to you, who's 1 or 2 people in your life that would know about it? And then my follow-up question is, John, if that person or those people, depending on who they are, found out that you were incapacitated or you had passed away, who's the first 3 people they're reaching out to for support in their lives, right? And this is a great time to just start to have a natural conversation with somebody about their warm market, their family, their friends. As an example, I just did this in a training last night. Using an agent as an example, one of their notifiers was their brother. Makes sense. They talk to their brother every day. Something happens to them, their brother's going to know about it. But when we were thinking about authenticators, one of the names he didn't immediately think of was his brother's wife, his sister-in-law. And when I asked him, I said, well, what about your brother? Is your brother married? And he said, yes. And I said, what about your sister-in-law? And he says, well, I don't talk to her very much. And I told him, I said, she would still make a great notifier for you. I mean, still make a great authenticator for you. And let me tell you why. Because if your brother found out that you had passed away, who do you think the first person he tells is? It's going to be his wife, right? He's going to call his wife. He's going to be sad and he's going to be upset. And so when we reach out to your sister-in-law for her to confirm that event, she'll already know. And so we spent a few minutes talking about his family, and I learned that in a matter of a 10-minute conversation, I learned that his parents were divorced. They both live in Jacksonville. His aunt and uncles live in North Carolina. His brother's in the Navy and stationed in Italy. His brother's married, his sister's not. In a very easy conversation where I wasn't asking the questions of these people's information, I was just asking who's close to him. We were able to really unpack his warm market, his family, his friends, and we added the names. That can easily be done through a Zoom. It adds a lot of value to your client's life right now, makes sure that they have a team of people in place if they ever needed them, who are going to be there for them. The other thing that it does for your business, when I say keeping the momentum up, is this is giving you prospects of people to reach out to. Again, if you've ever seen any of my training before, I always highlight this because I think it's a great way to build your market and build a referral amount of business. Specifically because with these notifiers and authenticators that you're adding to the client's team, those team members get a vault for free from Legacy Shield. So now, not only do I unpack somebody's warm market, I learn about their family, I actually have a reason to follow up with them because they're receiving something for free that I want to make sure they know they have access to and how to use it. This is a critical step that can make sure that you have a constant flow of people to meet with. You stay in your warm market, and as business returns to normal and you can start traveling more, you'll have people that you want to sit down with. Going back to the concept of virtual, when I think about that agent that I met with last night, he said that his brother was in Italy, his aunts and uncles all lived in North Carolina. Well, if I'm in a mindset that I'm growing my business virtually right now, that doesn't matter for me because I can set those Zoom meetings, I can make phone calls, I can virtually meet with his family members regardless of where they're at. So I think now, more than ever, is a time that we start leveraging the technology and tools we have, the campaign manager, the campaign and campaign manager, your automated emails, social media. You have those tools. You also have this tool where you can start building people's teams and getting access to their warm market. And don't focus so much on your close market, right? If I'm going to do a Zoom meetings, I don't need to focus on Zoom meetings in my own city. I can focus on Zoom meetings all over the country. And that's one thing I do want to mention about the Legacy Shield product. At the start, I did say you have to be licensed to be able to use this and offer it. But as long as you're licensed and in good standing with WFG, regardless of where you offer the solution in any state, you're going to get paid, you're going to get points, you're going to get credit for those sales. So again, thinking about the bigger picture and how you can start to leverage technology and really build outside your own local market right now, this is one solution that you can instantly put in place, offer anywhere, get points and get commission. So with that, that's the 30 minutes we had slotted out for today. I hope everyone is doing well. I just want to reiterate that. I hope that you're taking advantage of the solution you have access to. Make sure you're protecting your family, doing your own plan, hold your business partners and each other accountable. And as this time closes, just make sure that everyone you're meeting with, you're being safe and you're just encouraging them, make sure that their families are protected as well. I'm going to stay on. There's a plethora of questions in the Q&A section and in the chat section, so I'm going to continue there. I will, to make it easy for people, I will just go ahead and I know I said I would put information up for you guys, so let me stop the share and do a new share. So for those of you that need it, this is my email address. Send me an email if you need any help. Additionally, for those of you who need help with your campaign manager, if any of the information's incorrect, or if you maybe you like what you heard, but you're like already thinking about 3 things more complex that you want to try to do, maybe you want to try to combine different product providers into a single campaign, connect using this link, bit.ly/WFG setup. You'll get a one-on-one appointment time with somebody from Outstand who will help you with any of your campaign manager needs.